Now, to walk us through the non-confirmation of Nasir El-Rufai by the Senate is the Arewa Youth Forum President, Yerima Shettima, who joins us live via phone to discuss this. Good to have you join us.
Yeah, good evening. Good evening, listeners of yours.
So I just want to take a comment that you made, and you said that we regret to note that the targeting of Nasir El-Rufai for such irreverent treatment is part of a wider agenda being pursued by certain dubious political interests to deny the North and the younger generation of Nigerians fair representation in this cabinet. Why do you think that this is part of a wider agenda, and who are the political interests?
Well, we are not new to Nigerian politics. Some of us already were not surprised on what has actually happened, because we knew definitely certain characters would definitely come against him from the very first day he was nominated. But our concern is that we know who Nasir El-Rufai is. Nasir El-Rufai has contributed immensely to the coming of this government. If not for El-Rufai, I think some of these governors that we even had from the other part of it have been very impossible. He was courageous enough to go around with his friends and mobilize them to ensure that that ticketing of power shifting from north to the south, he was one of the major front actors that made it very possible. So one would have expected, despite all, naturally you cannot govern people. You expect that all will be well, or you will not hit on other people's tools, and you expect that this will be smooth ride. The El-Rufai we know is somebody who has a position, who has always made up his mind. Once he made up his mind he wants to do something, he will just do it wholeheartedly. We expect the likes of him to be encouraged. Yes, he has his shortcomings one way or the other. But having said that, let us also consider that he has more to bring to the table, especially at this critical time. He deserves to be part of this government. He deserves to be a minister, and he deserves to be given a very sensitive and very, very, very important role to play. And some of us felt that, yes, bringing El-Rufai from another part of this country will further strengthen this democracy, further make it look very colorful. And
but Mr. Yerima, are you aware, just a minute, Mr. Yerima, are you aware that there is a petition written against him? The Senate President has said that, look, the Senate would not look at that petition but forward it to the appropriate quarters. Are you saying that that particular petition should not be investigated and taken a look at?
We have seen with keen interest the nominees, the 48 out of 48, the 45 that goes through. We have seen some of them where there is issue regarding their even qualification. We have seen some of them who have cases in EFCC, in ICPC, and so on and so forth. If they will be allowed to go, what has El-Rufai done different from others? What has he done different from others? Why is it impossible to allow people like him to come into the fold to make something work? Especially, you need people like him who are courageous enough to turn things around for the system to work. I don't hold any brief for him, but I am also saying that why him alone among all of these characters that were brought and screened without, in fact, some of them even come without even introducing themselves. You ask them to bow and go. Why was it a problem?
But he's not the only one who hasn't gotten his security clearance. There are three of them.
It's the grace of God. Kiamo would have been the fourth person. Take the grace of God to allow him scale through, because he's also blood. And they are very, very objective. When they raise issues, they raise fundamental issues. They don't compromise their position.
Mr. Yerima, I was saying that, look, he's not the only one who has not been cleared. There are three of them. There is Stella Kotete, and there is also Danladi. So you're sounding as if this is just targeted at him only.
You cannot compare El-Rufai profile, his track record, his antecedents with those two remaining characters you are putting there.
Please, I would like you to use very civil language to describe the other two ministerial nominees when you say characters.
I'm saying it with all sincerity. That's the truth. You can't match him with any of these characters that are left with him. Why him in the mix of all those? So for us, we are saying that something went wrong.
My question really is: are you now saying that, look, security agencies should not do their job if there is a petition against him? But I also want to ask you, because you were saying that your patients must not be tested. What does that mean?
You allow me to land. I can't imagine somebody who has been a minister, who has been a governor, 2 terms and you are talking about security issue? Is that justice? Or is it how you want to pay him back? Is it the kind of society we're going to have to encourage people who are willing, determined to serve against all odds? Is it how you encourage them? We celebrate those who are hypocrites and allow those who are blunt, who are determined, to be useless? No, this is not the society we're all investigating for.
I was asking you, in just 30 seconds, you said your patients must not be tested. I was asking you, what does that mean?
What that means is that if the government does that, it means we will fold our hand, we'll sit down and wait for 2027. Then we will come out to understand that this is nothing but a government.
All right, thank you so much for talking to us. The chairman, Arewa Youth Forum, President, Arewa Youth Forum, Yerima Shettima.